Alright guys, so it looks like Siri is officially up and running once again on iOS 6. This is really weird stuff to see because a week ago when I made my video, you guys can check it out at the top right, I was basically talking about how the App Store stopped working and a lot of other features of iOS 6 have also stopped working over the years, like Apple Maps and all that stuff. But it looks like Siri is once again back. Hey Siri, what's going on? How's it going? So as you guys can see, Siri is working. It is fully functional like it was 2 years ago, which is honestly just incredible to see. Looks like someone at Apple has actually been playing around with the iOS 6 files. They did something to make Siri work again, which in my case, I think they might have, pushed out a certificate, which makes absolutely no sense because iOS 6 came out in 2012, so this is an 11-year-old software, which I'm not sure why Apple is still trying to play around with after so many years, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's so cool to see Siri up and running once again. We can ask a bunch of random questions like this. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Remind me to walk my dog tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. And there we have it, guys. That is so cool to see. I'm honestly kind of glad that this feature came back because Siri was such a big part of the iOS 6 experience. It came out when iOS 5 came out with the release of the iPhone 4S. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, why exactly is this working all of a sudden? And that's my question too. It looks like Apple has somehow forced Siri to start working on very select devices. In this case, my black iPhone 5 and iOS 6.1.3 works, but I do have an iPhone 5 right here as well. I'm actually not sure which iOS this is running. Let me just double check. This one is running iOS 6.1.4, so one version newer, and Siri does not work on this. Hey, what's going on? As you guys can see, Siri kind of just spins indefinitely on this device, which is kind of unfortunate to see. So this looks like it's very device specific and not every single device will necessarily work. I do have an iPhone 4S right here on iOS 5 as well, and Siri does not work on here either. Let's try that once more. So yeah, that kind of tells me this is very much a system-wide issue. So there's no word obviously from Apple as to why this is happening, but people have speculated this could be due to Apple giving us a feature back, which I kind of find hard to believe. Some people made a joke on Reddit saying, at what cost did we get Siri back? Some people say it was at the cost of losing the App Store because the App Store does not work anymore, which is really sad to see. I would also argue that it's at the cost of not being able to use iOS 6 Apple Maps. Obviously the actual app works, but you can't actually see anything on the map itself, so you can't actually see where you physically are. So that kind of sucks. I mean, it was working perfectly fine like 2 years ago, but this is really exciting stuff. It kind of tells me that Apple saw our videos online. I'm not sure if that's actually true, but it's cool to see that Siri is working. Let's try that once more. What do you think about Android? Alright, that is awkward. What is your favorite color?
Software doesn't usually get one, but I'll say midnight blue. What's yours?
What do you think about the iPhone 14 Pro?
The iPhone is your best call.
Well, there you guys have it. The iPhone is your best call. It's so cool to see Siri back up and running. Obviously, if more features do come back, I will definitely cover them in a future video, but this is honestly just super cool to see. This made me really happy. It definitely made my day. And if you have an iOS 6 device, it doesn't even have to be an iPhone 5. Go ahead and test it out and let me know in the comment section below so we can see which exact devices are working to this day. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, like I mentioned in my last one, I am in the process of moving right now, so I'm not going to be uploading as often, but I'm going to be trying to make more of these shorter style videos here and there. But obviously, with the moving, I will be upgrading my setup and all that stuff, so stay tuned for that. But until then, guys, catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Well guys, it looks like Siri is officially working once again on iOS 6, which is really interesting stuff to see. And that was completely unintentional. Alright, let's do this again.